Sustainability Saturday. I am here today to talk a little bit about Ideas for Us UCF. So Ideas for Us UCF is a organization that helps other organizations on campus do more sustainable things. For example, the club that I am in, Knights for Wildlife Conservation, KWC, they are currently working with Ideas for Us to do Zero Waste Month from the month of March. And so today is March 1st, and this is my first video diary for the first day of Zero Waste Month. I would say that I'm already pretty much zero waste. I do throw away a lot, but as far as compared to other people, I went over to my best friend Marty's house and she had three whole garbage bags full of stuff, and she told me that it was only a week's worth of garbage. And I was very surprised because I throw my garbage out maybe food waste I throw out maybe once a week, and the actual solid waste I throw out maybe once every month to 2 months, and it doesn't even fill up an entire garbage bag. Her apartment does not offer recycling, but neither does mine. However, I do drop off everything at a recycling plant because I feel really weird about just throwing things away when I know that I can recycle them. So this month we are kind of doing a challenge to see what we throw away and how we produce waste, and just a way to open our eyes to how much garbage we produce and waste we produce on a daily basis. So obviously everybody knows the whole 3 R's of reduce, reuse, recycle. And if you do not know, reducing waste is not using things that you don't necessarily need. So that would be using a reusable bag whenever you go to Walmart instead of getting plastic ones. You're reducing your plastic waste there. Or using, like for me, whenever I throw a party, I always have cups that people can use, and I use my own silverware instead of getting the plastic silverware. And when I moved in, the person that was living here before had some plastic silverware that they gave me, and I've just been reusing it, and I take it when I travel and then wash it, and that way I am not traveling with metal, and I'm also not just throwing away plastic and getting single use out of it. Reusing, obviously, I also just said that. Reducing and reusing kind of go into the same section in my own brain, because when you reduce your waste, you reuse other things. So reduce, reuse. And then whatever you cannot reuse, obviously you can recycle. Like right now I'm drinking a Pepsi, and obviously I'm not gonna just throw away this can, I'm gonna recycle it. But I did buy a pack of the Pepsi. They didn't have it in the liters, otherwise I would have bought one of those. But recycling, and if you are not offered recycling at your apartment, you can also look up where a recycling plant is. I went and I bought a hamper for clothes, and I just use that to throw all my recycling in because it's collapsible and I can travel with it. And then every like 3 or 4 months I go over to the recycling plant and I drop it all off. Definitely look up where your recycling plants are in your county. I just found out that Osceola County, which is where I live, does not recycle glass, so that's something good to know. It also, whatever you recycle has to be 90% or more clean, so that means only 10% of it can be dirty. And what that means is that you should just rinse it off. Like if you have a can of something, rinse it out as soon as you're done using it, and then just that's all you have to do, and then you can recycle it. But if it's full of food waste, they cannot use it and they just throw it out, and it might contaminate other things in the process of recycling, and that's just not good, because then they have to just throw everything out, and it's just a waste of time, a waste of effort, and it's a waste of a perfectly great thing that you can recycle. So definitely look up all of that stuff if you want more information. I will link some websites down below where you can look up some of that information. But now that I've said all that, you guys know that I am pretty waste free. If you guys haven't seen, over winter break during Vlogmas, I did do an entire week where I made biodegradable waste-free products for you to use. And one of those that is my absolute favorite is the shampoo. And right now my hair is curled, so you can't tell, but if you guys are OG or you know me and you've seen my videos or knew me in person, before the last 4 months, my hair has been a frizzy mess my entire life, and it's so annoying. And I recently, during Vlogmas, created my own waste-free shampoo that is biodegradable, and it ended up being the best thing I've ever done. I made 6 bars, I believe, in the end. I had 4 or 5, maybe 6, I don't know. But each bar lasts 3 months because I just finished up one of my bars. And it causes my hair to not be frizzy and be really curly. So if you have kind of curly hair like me, or you have wavy hair, definitely check out that video because it's really cool, and I'll link that down below. I use that to shampoo my hair every single day, and like I said, it lasts 3 months. There's no waste associated with it because I made it myself, and it's all biodegradable. I brush my teeth with biodegradable toothpaste that I made myself. I also usually make my own food, and I shop at places such as Bulkanation and different places like that. So there's definitely plenty of ways to actually be waste-free. And one of the biggest things that I cannot stress enough is that you don't have to be perfect at it. I am not perfect at it. I am definitely not. There are some days where I use plastic straws and I realize that after I've done it, and it's just like, but there are so many things that I am trying to do to reduce my waste and reduce my carbon footprint. Like, you guys know that I drive a Mustang. It's not the most environmentally friendly. However, I reduce my carbon footprint by being vegetarian. Not only am I helping myself, my body, and it's healthier for me, but it's also healthier for the environment itself. So you don't have to be perfect at being zero waste. If you reduce some of the things you do on a daily basis, you too can be almost perfect, and then you're just helping out the planet. And if all 7 billion of us do that, think of what we can do. So I challenge you guys to try this at home, but I will update you guys. I am going to Okeechobee over the weekend, so I cannot bring, I'm gonna keep all my waste in this 1 quart glass mason jar. I cannot bring this with me to Okeechobee, so I'm gonna put all of my waste that I produce there into a reusable bag. And before I go, I just want to read off the definition of what waste actually is. So the definition of waste per the dictionary is of a material, substance, or byproduct eliminated or discarded as no longer useful or required after the completion of a process. So that is the formal definition of waste. However, in my opinion, waste is anything that cannot be recycled or used for something else. So I'm going to place anything that I can't recycle or use for anything else, except for things that have bodily fluids on it. So obviously I can't just throw my toilet paper in there because that would be disgusting. But other than that, I am going to be placing all of my little plastic tags if I go shopping or anything like that will go straight into here, so that you guys can see at the end of the month how much waste I produce. And obviously, because I'm doing this challenge and I don't want to be embarrassed, I'm probably going to do a little better this month, but that's the whole point. See how well you can do in a month. And they say that if you do something for, I think, 60 days, it becomes a habit. And so maybe I can keep doing this throughout April and May and June and just keep going, and then eventually I'll be entirely waste free. And that's what I hope to do eventually. Obviously it's a little hard now because I am just going on this environmentally friendly journey, but what's life without some challenge, right? So I hope you guys stick with it, and I hope you follow along with me. You guys will be able to see my journey, and I hope you guys have a wonderful sustainability Saturday, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye. Ugh.